Hi folks, my name is Christopher Carr, and thank you very much for joining me today in my presentation of the Professional Bench Press. The 5 W's: who, what, when, where, why, and how. Who is this bench press for? It's for anyone who would like to learn the proper biomechanics to do a bench press to most get their maximum absolute strength and technique out of doing it. Also in safety with the shoulders. What muscles does it work out? It primarily works out the chest, the pectoralis major, along with the back, the rhomboids and the latissimus dorsi, and other smaller back muscle groups, along with your triceps, your long, your lateral, and your medial heads. And it does get the shoulders too, though we like to put more emphasis on the chest. In the shoulders, it'll get the front and the medial deltoid, a little bit of the rear deltoid. Okay? Also, we incorporate the legs too in this. You'll see that my ball of my feet is up in the plantar flexion when performing the bench press, as pushing my heels down to engage my hips and legs to help me with the lift too. When do I do the bench press? I'll do it after explosive exercises, those Olympic exercises like the power clean or the snatch or the overhead press. But I'll do the bench press before the single joint movements like the bicep curls or the tricep kickbacks or the calf raises, leg extensions, because it is a multi-joint structural exercise. It's one of the 3 power movements, along with the deadlift, squat, and bench press. It innervates about 30 to 40% of all your motor unit fibers in your body. So it is a pretty extreme exercise, really great for the upper body and strengthening your frontal exoskeleton. Where can it be performed? In a gym, in an athletic center, maybe a sports facility at your local college or university. Maybe you're a professional football player, basketball, can be performed there as well. It can be performed in your home, lying on the floor with a bar, without a bench. We're here today in my garage, so we're doing it today in my garage. Why should we do the bench press? It's great for strength, for absolute strength. It also is, well, the way we're teaching it today, it's the most efficient, effective way to gain absolute strength in your pectoralis major, in your frontal exoskeleton, with this pushing movement. Pushing, just like how an offensive lineman or defensive lineman, the offensive lineman will push when he breaks through the football. Also grapplers and wrestlers, like in the Ultimate Fighting Championship, it's very important for them to have thick, strong sculpture in scooping underneath the arms to gain the competitive advantage when trying to pin someone or submit someone, things of this nature. Not to mention, it looks pretty good. Some girls think it looks pretty good, so I don't know. But a couple of the coaching points. First of all, if you're going to lift some heavy weight that's 3 reps or less, like if it's heavy weight and you can only do it 3 times or less, then you'll want a spotter, okay? So when you're lifting the weight here, you can get a spotter, 2 spotters, one here and one here. Or if it's a fairly strong fellow who can handle the weight, then the guy's going to stand behind here and spot the weight. It's important also to lie flat on the bench. You're going to arch your back though. It's to the individual. The more experience you have, a lot of times the more arch you have in your back. You'll tuck the chin into the chest, not too much, but enough, where your head doesn't lift off. Retract the shoulder blades, so we're using primarily our chest and taking the weight off the shoulder to incur less injury. Also, when grabbing the weight, we'll grab it right around here at about a 45-degree angle, okay? And keep the bar, press it, squeeze it tight so your wrist is straight and your wrist is in alignment with your elbow joint, okay? So here, I'm going to go ahead and perform a couple reps, and we'll see what we have. Come down here onto the bench. Got 135 pounds. It's not too heavy for me. For some, it may be. You'll do a warm-up set to begin with. from 5 to 10 reps. Also make sure to keep your body really tight, just as if you were lifting really heavy weight. That way we keep great perfect form, or as best that we can in the beginning. Also, in grabbing the bar, you're going to push out to innervate your latissimus dorsi, your back muscles more. And we'll be digging the heels into the ground to incorporate the legs. Here we go. So I scoot up on the bench, then I come back. My heels are lifted up. Grab onto the bench about shoulder width. Okay. Elbow straight in alignment with wrist. Wrist tight, squeeze. Take an inhale. Shoulders retracted. Arch the back. Push it up. Inhale down, bring it to the bottom of the chest, to the belly. And up. Push out of the bar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Notice, if you have a shoulder injury, you don't have to bring it all the way down, just halfway down. 7, 8. Good job. Put it back in the bar. Come on down. Come on up slow. All right, we just did the bench press. See you later.
Okay, how do you turn it off?